Friends, today we'll be learning about hip bone or the coxal bone. And this hip bone is a composite of three bones together. And now let's look at the hip bone or the coxal bone in anatomical position. I am holding the right coxal bone in my hand and look at it. Laterally placed, this cup-shaped cavity, we call it acetabulum. And there, this big fan-shaped part, we call it ilium. And this part, we call it pubis. And this part, we call it ischium. Now we are looking at the acetabulum, and acetabulum is the place where these three bones, ilium, ischium and pubis, they join, they meet. And look at it, this is the acetabular notch and it faces downwards. Now let's focus about the pubic bone. We are looking at the body of the pubis, and there you can see it has these two rami. This is the superior ramus of the pubis and this is the inferior ramus of the pubis. After that, you are looking at the ischium bone, and this expanded part is called the ischial tuberosity. When you are sitting on this bone. And then this ischial tuberosity, you can see that it also have a ramus. So the ramus of my ischium meets with the ramus, inferior ramus of my pubis to form the lower border, the lower limit of this big opening, which is known as the obturator foramen. So this was the tuberosity of the ischium. This was the ramus of the ischium, and this is the ischial spine. Now let's look at the ilium bone. This ilium bone has a part which is called its body, and then you can see this wing-shaped area which is called the alar part of the ilium, and which has this part, this crest, we call it iliac crest. This iliac crest extend from this bony projection which is called as anterior superior iliac spine, and it is palpable in living humans. And if you track down this iliac crest posteriorly, it goes to this posterior superior iliac spine, and which is not normally palpable. The ilium has an outer surface which is also called as the gluteal surface, and this gluteal surface has lines, and this gluteal surface serve for the purpose of attachment of the gluteal muscles, and which are really important for stabilizing the hip joint. Now you are looking at the medial surface of this ilium bone, which is smooth. And this medial surface, you can see that it is divided into a smooth part and a rough part. This smooth part, we call it iliac fossa, and it serves for the attachment of a very strong muscle called iliacus. And then this rough area, this is meant to articulate with the sacrum. Now we are looking into the cavity of the acetabulum, the place where these three bones, ilium, ischium and pubis, they join together. And if you examine an infant bones, you can see there are demarcations which are visible. Now you need to see that there is this horseshoe shaped area, and in the living this is covered by the hyaline cartilage, and this notch, this rounded cup shaped area, is served for the articulation of the head of the femur, and they together makes the hip joint, which is an example of a multi-axial joint. Unlike the shoulder girdle, the pelvic girdle, the bones of the both sides, they articulate and they make a bony pelvis, which you can see anteriorly. The two pubic bones, they articulate by a secondary cartilaginous joint, and it's a very strong joint, and we call it pubic symphysis. And posteriorly, the sacrum are the lower vertebrae, those who are fused together. They articulate with the rough part of the ilium to make this sacroiliac joint. So these pelvic girdle bones, they join to make the pelvic cavity. Now if you see anteriorly, the ilium bone is showing you anterior superior iliac spine, and when we go down, this is my anterior inferior iliac spine. If you see posteriorly, this is my posterior superior iliac spine, and there you can see a big notch here, and we call it greater sciatic notch. Then this is the spine of the ischium, and this is lesser sciatic notch. If you look at the body of this pubis bone, there is a raised area which is very important, and this raised area is called pubic tubercle. This pubic tubercle serves the attachment point for my inguinal ligament, and the inguinal ligament extends from this anterior superior iliac spine towards this pubic tubercle.